Hey there folks, and welcome to the show. Today we're diving into money rules for 2025. From debt-free strategies to wealth-building tips, we'll cover it all. The financial landscape is evolving fast, so let's dive in. Rule number 1, folks. Money is a game. Every game has rules, strategies, and players. The more you understand the rules, the better you play. You need to know the rules to win, spot opportunities, dodge risks, and make smart moves. That's what we'll dive into in this series. Now the great thing about any game is that, no matter what game you play, you can get good at it. You can learn the rules, you can practice your skills, and you can come up with winning strategies. And that's exactly what we're going to do with money. We're going to learn the rules, we're going to practice our skills, and we're going to come up with winning strategies that help us achieve our financial goals. It doesn't matter if you're starting with a little or a lot. The key is to start playing the game the right way. No more financial fouls, no more getting sidelined by debt. We're going to learn how to play offense with our money, how to invest it wisely, and how to build a financial fortress that can withstand any economic storm. Alright folks, let's move on to rule number 2. Don't be a hater of money. Now, I know what you might be thinking, Dave, I don't hate money. I just wish I had more of it. And you know what? I get it. But here's the thing. There's a big difference between wanting more money and harboring negative feelings towards it. You see, money has a funny way of sensing your energy. It's attracted to those who respect it, who understand its power, and who use it wisely. When you're constantly complaining about money, resenting those who have it, or believing that it's the root of all evil, you're sending out a signal. And that signal, it's telling money to stay far, far away. Money doesn't like haters. It's like a magnet that repels negativity. So if you want to attract more wealth into your life, you need to start by shifting your mindset. You need to start seeing money as a tool, a resource that can be used for good. Now, I'm not saying you have to love money, but you do need to respect it. You need to understand that money is simply a tool. It's a tool that can be used to build a better life for yourself and for others. Think about it. You can use money to pay off your debt, to invest in your education, to start a business, to give back to your community. Money gives you choices, and choices give you freedom. So how do you stop being a hater and start attracting wealth? Well, it starts with gratitude. Be thankful for the money you have, even if it's not a lot. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and that's powerful. Next, start surrounding yourself with positive influences. Read books, listen to podcasts, and connect with people who have a healthy relationship with money. Remember, your thoughts and beliefs shape your reality. Let's talk about the beautiful simplicity of doubling your money. You start with what you got and make it grow. It's like the rice in the chessboard story. 1 grain on the first square, 2 on the next, then 4, and so on. That doubling adds up fast. That's the power of compounding. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. Getting that first double takes focus. Say no to impulse buys. Once you get that first double, you start seeing opportunities. Invest your money, not bury it. Put your money to work. That's how you build wealth. Take control of your future. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Keep doubling your money. Before you know it, you're looking at a mountain of wealth. Now that's something to be proud of. You built it with your own 2 hands. Now that's something to be proud of. Now I want you to really wrap your head around this. 10 doubles. That's all it takes to go from $1,000 to $1 million. You start with 1,000, double it to 2,000, then 4, then 8, 10 times. It sounds crazy, but it's just basic math. Focus on the fundamentals and keep doubling your money. Let's talk about seduction, folks. No, not the kind you see in the movies. I'm talking about the way money can seduce you, whisper sweet nothings in your ear, and lead you down a path of debt and destruction. Money is a temptress, plain and simple. It whispers promises of happiness, security, and freedom. It dangles shiny new toys in front of you, fancy cars, designer clothes, extravagant vacations. And let me tell you, it's easy to get caught up in the moment, to think that buying those things will finally make you happy. But here's the cold, hard truth. Those things, those material possessions, they don't bring lasting joy. They don't solve your problems. In fact, they often create new ones. You end up trapped in a cycle of debt, working harder and harder just to keep up with the payments. Don't let money seduce you, folks. Don't fall for the lie that happiness can be bought. Real wealth, real freedom, comes from living below your means, investing wisely, and building a life of purpose and meaning. Now here's the flip side. You can seduce money. You can become the irresistible force that attracts wealth and abundance. How do you do that? By being disciplined, by being strategic, by treating money with respect. Think about it. Money is attracted to people who know how to handle it. People who save, who invest, who make their money work for them. When you're responsible with your finances, you send a clear message to the universe. I'm ready for more. So how do you seduce money? You develop a plan, a budget, and you stick to it like glue. You educate yourself about personal finance, about investing, about building multiple streams of income. You become a master of your money, not a slave to it. And let me tell you, there's nothing sexier than someone who's in control of their finances. It shows confidence, it shows discipline, it shows that you're playing the long game. And that, my friends, is how you truly seduce money. Let's talk about timing, folks. Specifically, timing the market. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dave, should I wait for the perfect moment to buy stocks? Should I try to time the dips and the peaks? And my answer is a resounding no. Trying to time the market is like trying to catch a falling knife. You might get lucky once or twice, but eventually you're going to get burned. The market is unpredictable, folks. It doesn't care about your charts, your algorithms, or your gut feelings. Now, I'm not saying you should just throw your money at any stock and hope for the best. You still need to do your research, invest in solid companies, and build a diversified portfolio. But once you've done that, don't try to outsmart the market, because here's the thing, timing the market beats timing the market every single time. Now, that doesn't mean timing is completely irrelevant. There are times when opportunities present themselves, moments when it makes sense to adjust your strategy. But these opportunities are rarely about trying to predict the next market crash or the next hot stock. It's about recognizing shifts in the economy and technology and consumer behavior. It's about understanding the long-term trends that are shaping the world around us. For example, the rise of e-commerce, the aging population, the increasing demand for renewable energy. These are the kinds of trends that create real, lasting opportunities for investors who are paying attention. But even then, it's not about timing the market perfectly. It's about recognizing a good opportunity when you see one and having the courage to act on it. So, don't get caught up in trying to time the market. Focus on the fundamentals. Invest consistently, stay informed, and be ready to seize opportunities when they arise. Remember, the name of the game is to build wealth over the long haul, not to win a short-term guessing game. Rule number 6 is a big one, folks, and it's all about boredom. Not you being bored, but your money. Money hates sitting around doing nothing. It'll leave your wallet if you're not careful. Invest it, save it, make it multiply. Don't let it gather dust. Get up, get moving, and don't let your money die of boredom. Now, you might be thinking, Dave, I'm not made of money. But even small amounts, when invested wisely, can grow over time. Start small, invest consistently, and watch it grow. The best time to start was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Keep it moving, keep it growing, and you'll achieve financial peace. Let's talk about secret accounts. Everyone needs a secret account, a little nest egg. It's not about hiding money, it's about having a financial safety net. Life throws curveballs, job loss, car breakdowns. With a secret account, you're ready. You've got a cushion to weather the storm. Now, this secret account, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't need to be stashing cash under the mattress or burying gold in the backyard. A simple savings account at a different bank will do the trick. The key is to keep it separate from your everyday accounts. Even if you can only manage $20 or $50 a month, that's okay. The important thing is to be consistent. Over time, those small deposits will add up. A secret account is like an antidote to stress. It's about taking control of your finances. Start building your secret stash today. Your future self will thank you for it. Alright folks, buckle up because this next rule might ruffle some feathers. We're talking about flying first class. Now, I know it sounds glamorous, but let me tell you something. Flying first class is a trap. Spending a fortune on a plane ticket when you could be investing? Foolish. Think about it. That extra money could go towards your debt, retirement fund, or savings. Is that extra legroom worth sacrificing your financial future? Remember folks, we're building wealth, not racking up frequent flyer miles. Now, some folks might say, but Dave, what about those millionaires and billionaires who fly private? They're not worried about the cost. And you know what? They're right. But here's the thing, those folks, they didn't get rich by throwing money away on first-class tickets. They got rich by being smart with their money, by investing wisely, and by understanding that every dollar has a purpose. They fly private because they can afford it, because it makes financial sense for them. They're not trying to impress anyone, they're playing a different game altogether. So, next time you're tempted to splurge on that first-class upgrade, take a deep breath and ask yourself, is this really the best use of my money? Could this money be working harder for me elsewhere? Remember folks, financial freedom is about making choices that align with your goals, not about keeping up with the Joneses or succumbing to lifestyle inflation. So, keep it grounded, fly coach, and watch your wealth soar to new heights. Now you might be wondering, Dave, what in tarnation is a comp plan? Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, a comp plan isn't just for salespeople anymore, it's a life plan. It's how you get paid for the work you do. Whether you work for somebody else or you work for yourself, you need to know what you have to do to make more money. If you're working for somebody else, how do you get a raise? How do you get a promotion? What are the metrics you're being judged on? You gotta know the rules of the game. And if you work for yourself, it's even more important. How many widgets do you have to sell? How many customers do you have to serve? You've got to figure out your revenue streams and how you're going to excel. That's your comp plan, folks. Get one, understand it, and dominate it. But listen, it's not just about the money, although that's important. Your comp plan is also about your life. What are you going to do to make your life better? What are your goals? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to retire early? Write those goals down and figure out what you need to do to achieve them. That's your comp plan for life. It's your roadmap to success. It's your guide to winning the money game. And remember, we're not playing for participation trophies here, folks. We're playing to win. So get your head in the game, get your comp plan together, and get busy living the life you deserve. Let me tell you something, folks. Every few years, the world decides the sky is falling. Recession, depression, pandemic, election, you name it, there's always something. And you know what? Most of the time, it's a bunch of baloney. But here's the kicker. When everyone else is running around like chickens with their heads cut off, that's your time to shine. When everyone else is selling, you buy. When everyone else is panicking, you stay calm. Remember the toilet paper crisis of 2020? People were fighting over it in the grocery store aisles. Meanwhile, folks who kept their cool and didn't buy into the hysteria were just fine. Now, I'm not saying you should bury your head in the sand and ignore reality. What I'm saying is, don't let fear dictate your decisions. Be prepared, have an emergency fund, live below your means. When you're financially secure, you can weather any storm. You see, financial peace isn't about how much money you have, it's about how much control you have over your money. So the next time the world starts yelling about the sky falling, remember rule number 10, end of the world mentality. Don't panic, be smart, and keep your eyes open for opportunity. Because let me tell you, some of the biggest fortunes are made when everyone else is losing their minds. Alright folks, let's talk politics. Now I know what you're thinking. Dave's about to get political on us. But hold your horses, this isn't about Democrat or Republican, this is about your money. You see, the policies politicians enact directly impact your wallet, taxes, interest rates, regulations, all that mumbo-jumbo, it all trickles down to you. So here's rule number 11, study your politicians, understand their economic philosophies. Do they believe in big government or small government? Do they want to raise taxes or lower them? Listen, I'm not telling you who to vote for, I'm telling you to be informed, read their websites, listen to their speeches, and most importantly, pay attention to their voting records. Knowledge is power, folks, and in this case, knowledge could mean more money in your pocket. When you understand the political landscape, you can make informed decisions about your investments, your business, and your overall financial strategy. Don't be caught off guard by some new law or regulation that blindsides your budget. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay ahead of the game. Remember, we're not just building wealth here, we're building a legacy. You want to be a millionaire? Well, you gotta start thinking like one. And who better to learn from than the folks who've already climbed that mountain? That's right, we're talking about studying smart investors. Now, I'm not saying you gotta go copy their every move. What you need to do is understand their mindset, their strategies, their approach to money. These folks didn't get rich by accident, they got there by making smart, calculated decisions. Take Warren Buffett, for instance. You think that man got to be one of the richest guys on the planet by winging it? No, sir. He reads, he researches, he understands the businesses he invests in, he's a learning machine. So, do yourself a favor and pick up a book by a successful investor, read their biography, listen to their interviews. You'll be amazed at what you can learn just by observing how the pros play the game. Look, I'm a big believer in learning by doing, but there's a whole lot to be said for learning from the mistakes and triumphs of others. These smart investors, they've already been there, done that. They've made the mistakes, so you don't have to. Pick up a copy of The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. That book's been a Bible for value investors for decades. Or dive into Principles by Ray Dalio. That'll teach you a thing or two about risk management and building a strong foundation. The point is, there's a treasure trove of knowledge out there just waiting for you to tap into it. Don't be afraid to learn from the best. They've already written the playbook. All you gotta do is read it. So go on, get out there and start soaking up that knowledge. The more you learn, the better equipped you'll be to make smart decisions with your money and build that wealth you've been dreaming of. Listen up, folks. In the game of money, there's one rule you absolutely cannot afford to break. Play your own game. That's right, don't get caught up in what everyone else is doing. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses or chase the latest get-rich-quick scheme. Your financial journey is just that, yours. Your goals, your risk tolerance, your timeline, they're all unique to you. What works for your neighbor might not work for you, and that's perfectly okay. Just like in a game of chess, you need a strategy. Trying to play someone else's game is like walking into a chess match with no plan and hoping for the best. You're setting yourself up for failure before you even start. So, take some time to figure out what you want to achieve with your money. What are your dreams? Your goals? Once you know where you're going, you can start developing a plan to get there. A plan that makes sense for you and your circumstances. Let me tell you something, folks, the world's full of distractions. Everywhere you turn, there's someone trying to sell you something, tell you what to do with your money, convince you that their way is the only way. Don't listen to the noise, tune it out. Remember, you're playing your own game, not theirs. Stick to your plan, stay focused on your goals, and don't let anyone else dictate your financial decisions. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, especially when you see others seemingly getting rich quick. But remember, you're playing the long game here. Slow and steady wins the race, and that's especially true when it comes to building wealth. So, block out the noise, ignore the hype, and stay true to yourself and your financial goals. Remember, this is your journey, your money, your game. Play it smart, play it steady, and play it to win. Now let's talk about investing. I know it can seem complicated, intimidating even, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, one of the simplest and most effective ways to invest is through index funds. You see, an index fund is like a big basket of stocks that tracks a specific market index, like the S&P 500. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, you're essentially buying a piece of the entire market. Now, why is this a good thing? Well, for starters, it's incredibly diversified. You're spreading your risk across hundreds of different companies, which is a whole lot safer than putting all your eggs in one basket. Plus, index funds tend to have lower fees than actively managed funds. That's because you're not paying some hotshot fund manager to try and beat the market, which, by the way, they rarely do consistently. Remember folks, investing doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the simpler your approach, the better. And when it comes to simplicity and effectiveness, it's hard to beat index funds. They're a great way to get started in the market, especially if you're new to investing or don't have a lot of time to research individual stocks. Just remember to do your research, choose a reputable index fund provider, and invest consistently over time. Now, I'm not saying index funds are the only way to invest, but for most folks, they're a solid foundation for building long-term wealth. So keep it simple, keep it diversified, and watch your money grow. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Slow and steady wins the race. So buckle down, stay focused, and let the power of compounding work its magic. You got this. We've all heard the saying, birds of a feather flock together, and let me tell you folks, that rings true when it comes to money. You want to be in the company of folks who value financial responsibility, who are driven to build wealth, and who understand the importance of smart money management. Now, I'm not saying ditch your old friends if they're not rolling in dough. That's not what this is about. It's about expanding your circle, seeking out mentors, and surrounding yourself with folks who inspire you to up your money game. Think about it. If you're constantly hanging around people who are drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and complaining about their lack of money, guess what? That negativity will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with driven, ambitious individuals who are making smart financial decisions, you'll be amazed at how their energy and knowledge will rub off on you. It's about creating an environment for success, folks. Now, you might be wondering, Dave, where do I find these money-making machines you speak of? Well, it's easier than you think. Start by attending financial seminars, workshops, and conferences. These events are crawling with like-minded individuals who are eager to learn and grow their wealth. Plus, you never know who you might meet. Your next business partner, mentor, or millionaire friend could be just a handshake away. Another goldmine for meeting financially savvy folks is joining entrepreneurial groups or online communities. There are tons of Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and forums dedicated to investing, real estate, and building businesses. These platforms are a fantastic way to connect with others, share ideas, and learn from each other's experiences. Remember, folks, building wealth is not a solo sport. Surround yourself with the right team, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Now let's talk about diversification. You've probably heard all the financial gurus preaching about not putting all your eggs in one basket. And while that might sound good in theory, let me tell you folks, diversification is for sissies. That's right, you heard me correctly. When it comes to building real wealth, you don't need to spread your money thin like you're buttering a dry biscuit. In fact, I'd argue that focusing on a few high-potential investments is a far more effective strategy. Think about it this way. Would you rather have 1% ownership in 100 different companies, or 100% ownership in one incredible company? I'll take the latter any day of the week. When you diversify too much, you're essentially diluting your potential returns. You're spreading your risk so thin that you're also spreading your potential for massive growth. Now, I'm not saying you should throw all caution to the wind and dump your entire life savings into a single stock. What I'm saying is this: do your research, identify a few high-growth opportunities, and then go all in. Become an expert in your chosen field. Learn everything you can about the businesses you're investing in. Understand their financials, their market position, and their growth potential. And remember, when you believe in something, when you've done your homework, and you're confident in your investment strategy, don't let fear hold you back. Don't be afraid to bet on yourself and your ability to pick winners. Diversification might be the mantra of the masses, but if you want to achieve extraordinary results, you need to be willing to break away from the herd and forge your own path to financial freedom. Now let's talk about a powerful word in the world of finance: leverage. No, I'm not talking about the kind you find on a seesaw. I'm talking about the kind that can catapult your business and your finances to new heights. Leverage, my friends, is about working smarter, not harder. It's about using other people's time, money, and resources to amplify your own efforts and accelerate your path to success. Think of it like this. You wouldn't try to move a mountain with your bare hands, would you? Of course not. You'd use tools and equipment to make the task easier and more efficient. Leverage is your financial toolkit. It's about finding creative ways to multiply your efforts and achieve exponential growth without breaking your back or draining your bank account. Now, leverage can take many forms in your business and personal life. You can leverage your time by building a team and delegating tasks. Focus on your strengths and hire talented individuals to handle the rest. You can leverage your money by using debt strategically. Now I know what you're thinking. Didn't you just tell us to get out of debt? And yes, I stand by that 100% when it comes to consumer debt. But there's a big difference between using debt to buy depreciating assets like cars and clothes, and using debt to invest in income-producing assets like rental properties or a business. You can also leverage your network by building relationships with influencers and partners who can help you reach a wider audience and expand your reach. Don't be afraid to collaborate and explore win-win opportunities that can benefit everyone involved. Remember, folks, leverage is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be used wisely and strategically. So start thinking about the areas in your life where you can leverage your resources to achieve greater results. Positioning is finding that sweet spot in the market, where you're not just another face in the crowd. Be the go-to person everyone thinks of when they need what you offer. It's like having the best BBQ joint in town. Customers come to you. It takes work, consistency, and hustle. Build your reputation, deliver value, and shout your message. Positioning is about showcasing your strengths and making sure the right people know about it. Listen, in the game of money, you don't want to be just another player. You want to be the MVP, the one calling the shots. Positioning helps you do just that. It gives you leverage, allows you to command premium prices, and attracts the right opportunities to you. When you're strategically positioned, you become the obvious choice. People are willing to pay more for expertise, for quality, and for a solution that truly meets their needs. So, don't underestimate the power of positioning, folks. It's a fundamental principle of building a successful business and achieving financial freedom. All right, folks, let's talk about strategic partnerships. You know, two heads are better than one, right? Same goes for business and money. When you team up with the right people, you're not just adding to your Rolodex, you're multiplying your potential. Think about it. You bring your strengths to the table, they bring theirs, and bam! You've got a powerhouse combination that can tackle bigger and better opportunities. It's like having a built-in support system, someone who understands the game and can help you navigate the ups and downs. Now, I'm not talking about just partnering with anyone who crosses your path. You need to be strategic about it. Look for people who share your values, who have a solid work ethic, and who bring something unique to the table. Remember, this isn't about finding someone to carry you. It's about finding someone to run alongside you, pushing you to be better and achieve more. The beauty of a strategic partnership is that it's a win-win situation. You're both putting in the work, you're both taking on some risk, and you're both reaping the rewards. And let me tell you, those rewards can be substantial. When you've got a team of people working towards a common goal, you can leverage your resources, your networks, and your expertise to create something truly remarkable. It's like taking your financial goals and putting them on steroids. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish when you've got the right people in your corner. Remember, money likes company, especially when that company is smart, ambitious, and driven. So, don't be afraid to join forces with like-minded individuals. You never know what kind of financial magic you might create together. We've all been there, right? You land that big deal, close that major sale, and boom, a big fat check lands in your account. It's tempting to go out and celebrate, buy that fancy car, or take that lavish vacation. But hold your horses, folks. That's what I call big check syndrome, and it can be a slippery slope. See, the problem with big checks is that they can inflate your ego faster than a hot air balloon. Suddenly you're feeling invincible, like you've got it all figured out. But here's the truth, one big check doesn't make you a financial genius, and it certainly doesn't guarantee long-term success. In fact, big checks can often lead to even bigger mistakes. You start spending recklessly, making impulsive decisions, and before you know it, that big check has vanished faster than a plate of cookies at a kid's birthday party. Listen, I'm all for celebrating your wins, but you've got to be smart about it. When that big check comes in, take a deep breath and remind yourself that it's just a stepping stone, not the finish line. Instead of blowing it all on temporary gratification, put that money to work for you. Invest it in your business, pay down debt, or sock it away for a rainy day. Remember, slow and steady wins the race, and building true wealth takes time, discipline, and a whole lot of common sense. Don't let big check syndrome derail your financial progress. Stay grounded, stay focused, and keep your eye on the prize long-term financial peace. Well, folks, there you have it. 20 powerful rules to help you win with money in 2025 and beyond. Remember, managing your money doesn't have to be complicated. It's all about making smart choices, staying disciplined, and having a plan. If you found these rules helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And hey, why not share this video with a friend who could use a little financial wisdom? Let's spread the message of financial peace, one video at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.